Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm sorry it's been a while, probably about 10 months or something, but then it's been a pretty mad year, hasn't it? Don't worry though, we've got plenty to cook and I'm going to be showing you quite a lot of recipes, and I'm going to be posting more regular videos from now on, and hopefully they'll look better than they did before too, but we'll see how that goes, won't we? Right, today I'm going to be making a cake I've never made before. Call it a cake, it's more like a dessert, but let's get started. One of the main ingredients we're going to use for this is Crunchy Nut Cornflakes. Now, I never buy these because once I eat one of them, I can't stop eating them. But I thought they'd make a great base for what we're going to make. So we're going to need 200 grams of Crunchy Nut Cornflakes. We're also going to need 100 grams of just plain HobNobs. And about 2 tubs of this. I think these are about 250 grams. Yeah, 250 grams, so 500 grams of mascarpone cheese. So it's kind of sounding like a cheesecake, isn't it? We're going to need butter, which is about 100 to 110 grams. I like to put a little bit of vanilla extract in this base, and I've got some sugar just in case we need to sweeten it up. And finally, I've got a blend of milk chocolate and dark chocolate, and there's 300 grams here. So let's get started and we'll show you what we're going to do. Right, the first thing we're going to need to do is melt this chocolate because we want it to cool down before we mix it in with the cheese. So let's do that. Oh, sorry, I never realised the camera was on. Okay, so we've got our melted chocolate. That was just a couple of minutes in the microwave. And the next thing we're going to want to do is blend up 200 grams of Crunchy Nut Cornflakes and 100 grams of HobNobs, and we want to blend them into a crumb. Now, I used a food blender to blend these up. As you can see, what you're left with is some sort of mixture of HobNob and Crunchy Nut Cornflake crumb, which will form the base to our cheesecake, I guess. So next thing we're going to do is melt the butter, which is here. We're just going to melt that in the pan until it's completely melted, and then I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla extract into this once it's melted a bit. And then I'm going to add it to the mixture. Okay, so once your butter's melted, just pour it straight into the mixture and mix that all together. Once the butter's mixed in, you should have a consistency kind of like this. So what we're going to do next is transfer it to a cake tin, and we're just going to pour it all in, push the bottom down, and make sure it's nice and compact. Now, as you can see, I've compressed all the base down. Now this is non-baked, so this will just go in the fridge once we add the topping, which we're going to make next. Now for this, I've put the mascarpone in here. Now I'm going to add the 300 grams, which is the blend of milk chocolate and dark chocolate, into here, and I'm just going to fold it with a spoon. So I'll do that now. Okay, so what we want to do here is just get all the chocolate in and just work as fast as we can. Get a wooden spoon. We'll get the rest of the chocolate in a minute. We'll just get a wooden spoon, fold it in. Just working quite quickly. Now that it's all incorporated, we're going to add it to our base. Now, the reason I mentioned sugar before was because this might not taste sweet enough for you. Personally, I don't need any more added sugar because with the 300 grams of chocolate, to me it's sweet enough. So let's add it to our base now. Now, as you can see, I've evenly spread all the mixture into the tin. Now, it doesn't need to be perfectly even or anything, but just do it as best you can. After all, this is home cooking, and it's all about the taste rather than about the presentation. But speaking of presentation, and just to add another bit of flavour, what I'm going to do is sprinkle some hazelnuts on top. These are chopped hazelnuts. I'm not going to sprinkle it all the way. I'm just going to sprinkle them on half of the cake, just to give it a fancy look. Right, and I've made a mess at the same time, but we won't worry about that. And it's already looking pretty good. So what we're going to do next, and lastly at the moment, is put it in the freezer for a couple of hours, and then we'll take it out and have a slice and see how it is. Okay, sorry, I had to film this bit again, but I'm going to try it again just for you. I'm so glad I got to try that again. It's delicious. It's amazing. You've got that sort of crunchy texture from the HobNobs and the cereal. And then you've got the really nice filling, which the chocolate and the mascarpone. Now this is just sweet enough, so I wouldn't add any more sugar. It's perfect. And then this nutty bite from the hazelnuts on top. It's dangerously good. It's so tasty. You've got to try this recipe. I'm calling it, did I say what I was calling it? Crunchy Nut Chocolate Cheesecake. That's what I'm calling it. Great invention. It tastes amazing. Try it out. Like, subscribe. And because there's going to be loads more videos. I'm expecting a cool little pizza oven soon, so we're doing pizza. And I'm also expecting an outdoor oven in the next couple of months, which I'm going to be able to do bread in and big pizzas, cakes, everything really. So it's going to be so cool. I've got loads to show you because I just love cooking. So I thought I may as well share it in video. This is amazing. I'm going to go eat some more. You should try it because it's so easy to make, and I'll see you next time. Bye.